Listen, what I'm about to say can not only change your current life, but it can redefine your entire existence depending on how you use this wisdom. This is about your pineal gland, your cosmic antenna, and how you're actively sabotaging it whenever you carelessly spill your seed. They're interlinked, semen and pineal. So let me tell you what's really going on within you right now and whenever you ejaculate. The great king of medicine of the Tang dynasty, the Taoist physician Sun Simiao, said, "If a man can go without ejaculating for 100 days, his body will be light and his strength will be like that of a young man. He can hear and see better and his memory will improve. If he can go 1,000 days, he will communicate with the spirits and his life will be prolonged." Take a deep breath, close your eyes, keep calm, and look between your eyebrows. Feel that subtle pressure between them. That's your third eye, your gateway to higher consciousness, and you're slamming it shut with every ejaculation. Every time you come, you're not just losing sperm, you're depleting a complex mix of over 200 minerals, vitamins, hormones, and life force energy that directly interacts with and fuels your pineal gland. Iron, magnesium, tryptophan, vitamins B12, folate, selenium, copper, choline, calcium, and much more. These aren't just random nutrients. They're the building blocks of your spiritual and physical vitality. They're the very essence of your cosmic potential. Think, you're literally flushing your spiritual power down the toilet. For what? A few seconds of pleasure? A moment of release that leaves you drained, foggy, and spiritually blind? You probably feel sleepy after you let it go anyway. Either that or a little disappointed, disjointed. Isn't that a major sign in of itself that your body is showing you? I'm here with a third part to our earlier videos on masturbation, and I'm going to break down even further the mental paradigm of thinking masturbation and ejaculation are beneficial in any other way than to create a child. I got a lot of comments in the last Stop Coming video that requested I speak on in-jaculation more deeply, what it actually is, how and where and who to practice it with. Stay till the end because I'm going to finally expand on that and the microcosmic orbit. Like I said in the last video, this is not about morality. It's not about being a saint per se, in the figurative sense, but more in the literal, metaphysical sense with those capabilities commonly attributed to them. But again, not about morality, it's about understanding the true cost of your habits. It's about recognizing that you're choosing to remain a slave to your base urges instead of evolving into the God you were meant to be. And make no mistake, you have God-transforming potential within you. We love the skeptics, and even with the link between these two esoteric essences, you might not yet believe or know about the metaphysical power of semen or the spiritual significance of the pineal gland. And that's fine. But if you're serious about spiritual ascension, about tapping into the higher realms of consciousness, then breathe and listen in. Our ancestors left us a roadmap, ancient teachings and techniques that many mystical cultures still practice today. Science is only just beginning to catch up, slowly validating what the ancients knew all along. If you're ready for the science I'm about to break down, then give us a like and subscribe. It helps hold you accountable to resist urges while you help us grow. Now, let me talk science. Okay, you need to understand the scale of what you're doing to yourself. Your pineal gland isn't just some new age concept. It's a real, physical organ in your brain that science is only beginning to understand. This tiny pine cone-shaped gland produces melatonin, regulates your sleep cycles, and, according to ancient wisdom and the brightest scientists in the field, acts as an interface between the physical and spiritual realms. When you ejaculate, you're not just losing fluid. You're triggering a hormonal tsunami that directly impacts your pineal gland. Prolactin skyrockets and dopamine plummets. This hormonal chaos disrupts your pineal gland's ability to produce melatonin, the key hormone for spiritual awareness and dream potency. Let me say that again. Prolactin increases and dopamine plummets, which causes hormonal chaos disrupting your pineal gland's ability to produce two key spiritual molecules, melatonin and DMT. Breathe. There's more though. Your pineal gland is your body's timekeeper, your link to cosmic rhythms. Frequent ejaculation, especially at night, throws this delicate clock into disarray. You're not just messing with your sleep, you're desynchronizing yourself from the universe's natural flow. Our body tracks sun and moon cycles and many other rhythmic patterns that we are consciously unaware of. It has nothing to do with our conscious mind. Today's studies tell us that semen retention can amplify your body's electromagnetic field. I'm sure you know why that matters, right? Because your pineal gland is extremely sensitive to electromagnetic frequencies. By retaining your semen, you're supercharging your ability to tune into subtle energies, the unseen and unheard frequencies, to perceive realities beyond the physical first 3 dimensions and also the first 5 human senses. Breathe. Think. Look, with every ejaculation, you're ruining this connection, dulling and dumbing down your extrasensory potential. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this. You're choosing to remain blind to the subtle cues of the universe, deaf to the whispers of higher intelligence trying to guide you. Intuition. You're essentially hiding from God. Think. You have the power to change this, clearly as your hands and urges are no one else's. You must reclaim your spiritual birthright. Cliché? Whether it is or not, we are indeed divine beings with the capacity for sage-like gifts like the Christs and Buddhas that we revere. So reclaiming our full spectrum of gifts is important, but it requires conscious choice, discipline, and a higher understanding of your own nature. I'm about to give you the bill for all the spiritual costs on your tab for each ejaculation. Here's the bill. Your intuition. That's your pineal gland in action. Every time you drain your life force, you're dulling this 6th sense. If you're okay with 5 senses, then I understand. But just remember, this is within every human's capacity to achieve. Your aura, your energetic field. We all have an aura, it's a real thing. We have them in varying degrees of power and resonance. It's a measurable electromagnetic phenomenon. Aura is always measured by the heart's electromagnetic resonance. It is something scientists at the HeartMath Institute have the capability to look at right now with their tools. Frequent ejaculation leaves your aura weak, jagged, unstable, and fractured. You're more susceptible to negative energies and less capable of maintaining those high vibration states that attract success, synchronicity, and spiritual breakthroughs. Breathe. Feel. Ancient traditions like the Kemetic Niterians, followers of Tao, and followers of Tantra, among others, understood a mystic truth. Semen is a spiritual essence that should be injaculated and recirculated when not intending to create a baby when they didn't want to create life. Semen in itself is a concentrated life force. Each ejaculation is a loss of this divine energy, a severing of your connection to higher realms of consciousness. I'm now emphasizing the E in ejaculation versus the in when I say injaculation, because these two are completely different things. I'll explain more. You're literally distancing yourself from godhood with every release. Comment below if you'll commit to re-establishing connection with your pineal gland and your Jing essence. I read the comments in the last video. Things like, but what about sex with my partner? Do I have to give that up? Listen closely. Semen retention isn't about abstaining from sex. It's about mastering your sexual energy. The ultimate goal, the golden power of semen retention, is seminal injaculation. Again, yes, you can have sex once you've mastered injaculation into circulation up the spine and down the front through the microcosmic orbit. The best master teacher who's been teaching this for decades is Mr. Mantak Chia. You must read his books on the topic, and we'll also continue to cover the mastery of injaculation. This advanced technique allows you to experience orgasm while separating it from ejaculation. You're not losing your vital essence, you're recycling it. You're drawing that power back up your spine to your pineal gland through what's known as the microcosmic orbit, then breathing it back through the front of your body. You're converting sexual fluid into higher forms of energy, useful for every aspect of your life. It is a complex process, but it is real, and it gets the job done. Physician Sun Simiao also said, after 100 days, his voice will become clearer and more resonant. After 1,000 days, his skin will become smooth and moist. After 10,000 days, he will achieve spontaneous levitation in broad daylight. The teachings here aren't just about retention, they are about in-jaculation and recycling of the energy through the microcosmic orbit. They actually encourage sex and practicing in-jaculation with your partner skillfully and diligently through proven Taoist methods. So no, you don't have to give up sex. You're just learning to have sex like a god, not a mere mortal. The ancient Kemetic proverb by the intelligencer, Thoth the Atlantean, also known as Tehuti, states, "Gods are immortal men, and men are mortal gods." Those are ancient Kemetic proverbs. Kemet is the ancient indigenous name for Egypt. Putting it bluntly, Tantrikists believe seminal in-jaculation is a major key to enlightenment and becoming a conscious spirit able to leave the body and incarnate at will. But that's another video. I mentioned this before, but here's my response to the question. But doesn't ejaculation prevent prostate cancer? So let me ask you this, are you really masturbating for your prostate health? Be honest with yourself. And regular ejaculation isn't necessary for prostate health. In-jaculation allows for the benefits of orgasm without the loss of vital fluids. Remember, those fluids are needed to create life. Imagine all the vital life essence within what you habitually eject. Recent studies have shown that the link between ejaculation frequency and prostate cancer risk is far from conclusive. In our community and through the wisdom we've studied, it doesn't link whatsoever. I'll probably get comments on this again, but I'll just keep reminding you in hopes to shift the mental paradigm. Your overall lifestyle, diet, and genetics play a much more significant role on prostate health. Breathe. Think. Here's a thought that might make you uncomfortable. Maybe, just maybe, the powers that be want you to keep ejaculating? Think about it. A population that's constantly drained of its vital energy, numbed out on cheap dopamine hits, too foggy-minded to question the world's obsession with sex and ejaculation. That's a population that's easy to control. Are you really making a free choice with conscious intention every time you masturbate? Or are you just following your programming? Take a deep breath. Feel the weight of that idea. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but we want to guide you and help you realize and understand ancient wisdom. That's why we're bringing wisdom from Tehuti's lost library in every video. Every choice you make is either feeding you as the spirit, or starving you. I phrase it like this because it's not your spirit. You are the spirit itself in your body. Get the possessive pronouns right. So here's what I want you to do. 1. Start paying attention. The next time you feel the urge to ejaculate, pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this momentary pleasure worth dimming my spiritual sight? Is it worth calcifying my cosmic antenna? Calcifying my pineal gland? Think. 2. Begin to see your sexual energy as sacred. Your body is a temple, and your pineal gland is the holy of holies. Treat it with the reverence it deserves. Indeed. 3. Learn to transmute that energy. When you're making love and you're nearing the point of no return, and sex energy is rising hot and fast, you've got to relax, clench your Kegel muscle, hold it, and visualize it rising up your spine and activating your pineal gland. Feel it illuminating your third eye. This isn't repression, it's control, withdrawal, redirection, elevation, and recycling. Your Kegel muscle and mental discipline must be extremely developed to do this successfully, so don't expect to get it right on the first 10 tries without diligently studying Mantak Chia or Tao or tantric techniques to train those things. 4. Support your pineal gland. Eat foods rich in zinc, magnesium, iron, calcium, vitamins B12, C, E, citric acid, alkaline, and fructose. Consider a fluoride-free lifestyle to prevent calcification or to decalcify. You're literally feeding your third eye, nourishing your cosmic antenna. 5. Optimize your sleep. Your pineal gland produces melatonin in darkness. Sleep and wake up at the same time each day. Create a sleep environment that supports this crucial process. You're not just improving your sleep, you're aligning yourself with cosmic rhythms. Remember, this isn't about becoming some sexless monk. It's about conscious choice. It's about valuing your spiritual potential over momentary pleasure. It's about choosing to be a god rather than a slave to your urges. You will face resistance. Your conditioned mind will rebel. Society will tell you this is unnatural, but in truth, their notion of natural and unnatural is a construct influenced by a destructive paradigm aimed to feminize and weaken men, the warriors of mankind. Ask yourself, who benefits from keeping your pineal gland dulled and your spiritual senses muted? Definitely not you. The power is in your hands. Literally, as I said before, master this power wisely.